Hi, my name is Anthony Brown. I just wanted to start off by saying blessed to be here, and I'm really excited to be a Laker, and I can't wait to get to work.
I'm Larry Nance Jr. You know, like Mr. Kupchak said, we went through about a 6-week process of flying all around the U.S., working out for teams, but I can truly say that there's not one place I'd rather be than right here today. So I just want to say thank you all for coming out, and go Lakers.
How you doing? I'm DAngelo Russell. Piggybacking off what those guys said, it's a blessing to be here. Was extremely shocked to be here for one. Didn't think it was gonna pan out the way it did, but I'm here now, and like they said, I'm ready to get to work.
First, DAngelo, Jim Miller, Channel 2 Sports in Los Angeles. Welcome to all three of you.
Thank you.
Have things kind of slowed down for you just a little bit because we have been on this emotional roller coaster ride for the last few days?
Slowed down a little bit, but I can still remember when I just graduated high school and college for a few months, and now I'm here playing for one of the best franchises ever. So the ride has been crazy, but blessed. So I can't complain at all.
You were talking earlier about how you want to bring back the Showtime that the Lakers had in the past. Your coach is a member of that Showtime Laker group. So have you talked to him about that at all? And you know how he is as far as work is concerned.
Definitely. I'm really want to be known for working hard and then let the Showtime come along. But these guys aren't used to losing. This is like I said, one of the most winningest franchises ever. So the Showtime usually comes with winning. So when we can win games and then bring that involved, that's when it'll start being fun.
DAngelo, you're just saying that you're extremely shocked. What was it about it that caught you by surprise?
Just the whole process. The process is what really surprised me. Didn't know that the cameras really gave it away. The cameras were running at me. The time ran out. We're sitting in the green room. Me and my dad were having a little chatter, my family, and then the cameras just came at me, and Adam Silver walked on the stage and said my name, and I was just in shock because I wasn't expecting it to go so fast. But not shocked to be here, just more shocked on the process.
It's only been a few days, but maybe in your time in the city here or in talking with Laker fans, if you happen to run into them, do you sense the expectations already that people are placing on you, being the second overall pick?
Honestly, I couldn't hear what you said.
It's only been a few days since you were drafted, but just being here in the city now and maybe talking to Laker fans, if you have, do you sense any expectations placed on you already, being the second pick in the draft?
Definitely. I mean, it's a high pick. Usually, they're not used to getting the top 5 picks, so the expectations are high. A lot of people there's rumors, whatever you want to say, but me, I'm happy. My mentality is learn from the best and just keep working and grinding. So I'm not really worried about it.
You got a chance to touch base with Kobe yet?
Yeah, I actually talked to him yesterday for the first time. I mean, he said he's heard great things about me. My mentality is really what separates me a lot from other guys. And I just told him I'm a sponge. Whatever he's willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn.
What do you want to learn from him?
Everything, man. He's one of the greatest. So, I mean, a lot of guys can sit here and say that, but I've always knew he was one of the greatest to play the game. So, just to get this honor to play with him is remarkable. I can't really explain.
In your immediate press conference, you said that right afterwards, you weren't sure what you were feeling, whether or not you were going to break down and cry or be tough and strong. And now that you've had 3 days to really digest it all, what is that feeling now?
I feel like my emotions are still high. Every time I go back and think about what I've been through and where I've came from and what my family's been through also, just trying to really keep me down the right path, my emotions are still high. It hasn't really set in for me. Every time I go back and look at an old picture or something like that, the emotions hit me. So, like I said, I can't really put a nail on it.
Anthony, you're the one who grew up a Laker fan around here.
Sir.
So how's that sunk in the last few days, and you're going to be the historian for these other guys?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna teach them a little bit about the history of the Lakers. But for me, growing up as a Laker fan, it's surreal to me. I can remember, watching the games on KCAL 9. Vividly remember watching in 2000s against the Sixers, and just to be in this gym right now is definitely a blessing. And I can honestly say that there's a lot of pride that comes with the Laker jersey, and I'm definitely ready to represent in the right way.
Larry, why don't you speak to the excitement that you have here being a Laker, and because you are, basketball is in your family.
Yes, sir. I'm ecstatic to be here, obviously. I think on draft night, the second my name got called, my dad kind of looked at me and said, well, you're not the enemy. He's a Phoenix Sun for 7 years, so I didn't get to see it, but I'm sure he had a lot of pretty good battles against the Lakers. So, it's been a whirlwind, and like I said, I'm just so happy to be here. I can't even put it to words.
I'd like for all three of you to talk about Coach Scott, because all of you know about the Lakers and you know what they've done in the past, and you also know what he's done in the past as not only a coach but as a player as well.
I know he's had a lot of success with his guards. So just talking from a personal standpoint, he's a guard-oriented coach. He's a player's coach, starting with that. But he knows what he's talking about. He wouldn't be here if he didn't. And he's been around the top players that you can name in today's game. So just to be playing under a coach that has the knowledge and the credibility I feel like it gives you an advantage already.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what he said, I believe, Byron Scott is also a defensive-minded coach. Like DAngelo said, he's been around some of the greatest players ever, Kobe and Magic, just to name a few. But he's definitely well respected in the community, and can't wait to get to work for him.
Well, the two major things I've heard is, number one, defense, and number two, the effort you're expected to put in every day. And through college, I learned a lot about that, with defense especially, Coach Hyatt. And I've always been excited to work and get better, and I just can't wait to learn as much as I possibly can from a great basketball mind.
Gentlemen, DAngelo said that he was shocked that he was selected by the Lakers. How about you, Anthony and Larry? Going through the process of working out for the team, did you get a sense, or going into the draft, that the Lakers were high on you, or that they liked you, or was this a complete shock that you ended up here?
Well, for me, it was a shock. There was nothing that led me to believe that the Lakers would select me. I had a bunch of workouts, and I just wanted to, do as well as I can in all of them. But more so than shock, I think it was almost like a dream for me. Like I said earlier, being a Lakers fan and having them, select you is almost, I felt like I was dreaming. So that was it personally for me.
Just like he said, it's been like a dream. Coming into this process, I didn't, it was kind of funny to hear my name called. And, just to hear it called by probably the best franchise in sports history, and, to work out in this gym and look up and see that in the window is kind of a surreal feeling. So I didn't necessarily have any inclination that I was going to end up here, but when I heard my name called with the 27th pick, it was just a dream come true.
Do you guys each have any significance behind the numbers you're wearing with your jersey?
Any significance
Behind the new numbers.
Not at all. I don't.
No, ma'am.
Ditto.
I've noticed that you have this really unique way of playing point guard, that when you're passing, you tend to put a spin or an English on the ball, like especially in the Northwestern game when you did the one-handed pass, you put a nice English to curve it. Did you get that from emulating another player, or is that just something that you practice yourself? English is used in pool also, so I don't know if it's come from that.
Honestly, it was just something that I just grew up playing around in the park, you start to find these little niches with the basketball. So it's not something I was taught or learned from anybody else. If so, you probably would have seen it before. But right? No, I'm just kidding. But it's just something I just grew upon.
Larry, do you have any advantages growing up with an NBA dad with making this transition?
I do believe so. I mean, I'm not the first member of my family to go through this process, but going through this, any questions I have, my dad's been through it. So, I can run that off him, and he's going to have the best advice I could possibly ask for. I mean, I credit him to a lot involving basketball, obviously, but mainly basketball IQ. He's taught me a whole lot from studying his old, black and white VHS tapes on our TV, and so I just hope to keep learning from him and add a few others along this process.
Larry, Kobe said that she touched base about the tweet that you did a few years ago. What came out of that?
I apologized to him. It was definitely something I wish I could take back, and like he said, it's water under the bridge, and I just appreciate that he really took the high road on that.
How important was it to you to just get that conversation out of the way and done?
When I heard my name called with the 27th pick, it was about 2 minutes until I found out about that. And so about 24 hours went past when I was just, felt like I was going to throw up, sick to my stomach. I just embarrassed in myself, and I felt so bad about what I had said, and I just wanted to apologize to him right away. And once I got his number, I made sure to write the best message I possibly could and send it to him. But once I got the hey, you're a kid, we've all said and done things we've regretted, and it's water under the bridge, welcome to the family. I immediately felt my stomach release. There was a big knot, and it was just, man, it was definitely something I'll learn from. Now I just got to make it up to you guys and the Lakers fans.
So you slept good that night?
Like a rock.
Mr. Bryant.
I'm sorry?
Can he call you? Are you able to call him Kobe now? Did he give you permission for that, or is it still Mr. Bryant?
Hey, until he says, I'm Kobe to you, he's going to be Mr. Bryant. And sir.
He has a reputation for being hard on rookies as is, right? He has a reputation for being hard on rookies as is. Were you not, I mean, on the one hand you feel bad, but on the other hand, were you actually scared of what he would say? I mean,
Terrified. Terrified. You hear all the stories about how Kobe is just so, or Mr. Bryant is so intense and just always on edge, and I was just nervous to, send him the long message and maybe just get a, okay, or something like that, or not a response at all. But I'm just so glad he handled that. Handled that in the manner he did, because I could still be up here, just with a stomach in my knot, or not in my stomach. But he did a terrific job, and I just can't thank him enough for forgiving me.
What is it that you three need to show in Summer League? What is it that the three of you need to show in Summer League coming up?
Me personally, whatever coach needs me to do. I've always been a guy that felt like I can adjust to whatever situation. If it's me playing off the ball, on the ball, if it's me creating for guys and that being my only role, I'm up for the challenge. I know this guys stick around in this league for having multiple things that they do good, but that one thing that they do great helps them stick to a team. So, me personally, whatever coach needs me to do.
Yeah, for me personally, just being able to space the floor, compete on the defensive end, be a high IQ guy, and as DAngelo said, do whatever coach needs, but definitely, being an unselfish team player first.
I mean, I really just hope to, show my energy on the court, give 100% all play, every play, be as athletic as I possibly can, play with a high IQ, and win. That's number one, win.
Proud franchise back to prominence. I mean, the Lakers have fallen on hard times, and to be part of that foundation, can you just talk about how you feel about that?
The growth that these guys are putting together with these pieces. I mean, starting with us three, and then the younger guys that they have to really build around Kobe. I mean, you don't know how much longer he has, but the pieces that we can be to help get this show back on the road is just something I can't really explain, but I would definitely want to be a part of it. I mean, like I said, it's obviously a program that's not used to losing, so just to have the honor to be here and know that you're one of these valuable pieces that's really trying to get the show back on the road it's a great feeling.
What's your early impression of what this backcourt dynamic can do when you look at yourself and Kobe and Clarkson?
I mean, I've watched over the time. I'm a guy that can play with anybody. Everybody's talking about Clarkson, me playing over each other or whatnot. If that's coach's decision, it's his decision. But I'm a guy that can play with anybody and make the best out of it.
Is your strength as a tall point guard as opposed to a shooting guard? I mean, I know that you can do both, but do you think that's really where your niche will be?
I consider myself a basketball player. So if that's me playing off the ball or being that main facilitator to get guys involved, I feel like I'm willing to do it, and it's evenly balanced.
How do you consider yourself as an athlete? I mean, there's been talk that maybe you're not as athletic as, say, Emmanuel Mudiay coming in, who went to the Nuggets. Do you consider yourself one of the top athletes in this draft, or is that something?
I consider myself the top basketball player in the draft. If that's me being the most athletic guy or non-athletic, I'm gonna get the job done.
DAngelo, your new coach, Byron Scott, used the comparison. He actually said the word Irvin Magic Johnson when talking about you. What does that mean to even hear your name in the same sentence as Magic Johnson?
Man, he's a great, but I'm honest with myself. I'm not the basketball player he is. That's something that I'm working to become. But for him to say that, I know he sees the potential. But I can't get too high off that. I can't get too low off of if he would have said I was somebody else. So I'm just gonna take it in consideration and just keep working.
Oye, al final de cuentas, ¿cuál es el proceso que quieren llevar en la camiseta de los Lakers y finalmente terminar con su número ahí arriba? I thought I throw you a
Translation.
Welcome to Los Angeles. So what it is that I'm just asking, in the Laker jersey, what do you hope to accomplish and eventually maybe have your jerseys stand up there or be posted up there? I mean, do you guys feel like that's exactly something that you have as a goal in the end, to have your jersey up there amongst the greats?
I still don't know if he was speaking English.
Well, for me, first and foremost comes one of those. And then, hopefully with one of those or two of those brings, name comes second, team comes first. But he said, what do you hope to accomplish in the Laker jersey?
You answered it. Answered that.
Anthony, you were one of the few guys who, when you had your workout here, Kobe was also here. So what is that like for you, seeing him there at your workout and then you having the chance to be alongside him?
First of all, seeing Kobe, I know when he walked in the gym, I felt his presence, even though I didn't see him. But, when Kobe was sitting over there, I definitely wanted to, like I always do, play as hard as I can and show that I compete to the highest level, because that's what Kobe does. But other than that, I didn't look at my workout any differently. But I did feel Kobe's presence when he walked in the gym. And like I said, he's one of the greatest players of all time.
And then we know about Larry's correspondence back and forth with Kobe, but DAngelo, Anthony, have you guys had a chance to chat with him at all, even if that's a small text or anything like that?
I actually got to talk to him yesterday for the first time over the phone, and he was working out, and he said he would call back, and he called back, and he was just talking about the things he's heard about me, and I just want to let him know that I was a sponge, and I really want to know if he was able to take me under his wing and just be a mentor towards me, and show me the ins and outs of this league to really be successful and stick around. That's the main thing that I got from our message. So
I have not.
DAngelo, Larry, wanted to know your perceptions of LA before you got here and what you're looking forward to most about growing up here now.
I've just started to come on the West Coast. I'm not from this side, as you know, but I can't complain. The weather's great. I know everybody lives here and everybody wants to be here, but just to get the opportunity to really say this is home is a blessing.
Just like him, I mean, I'm from Ohio, so I haven't really gotten to be out. I think I've been out here a total of 3 days in my entire life, so I'm actually looking forward to getting rid of winter. That's going to be fun. But you know, everybody wants to be in California, and it's always sounds like a fun time. Always seems like everybody's, you know, just happy, and I'm just hoping to experience a part of that.
Do you two seniors think you're ready to play a little bit more perhaps than, I know you're a younger guy, but some of the younger guys coming in, I know DAngelo may be accepted, but some of the other guys coming in, you're more polished or more ready to play as seniors. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that, you know, I'm a lot more mature than a lot of the younger guys, and, you know, I have the ability to pick up concepts really quick, and I think that would definitely benefit me, but other than that, not too much.
I feel the same way. You know, after playing 4 years in college and learning as much as I could under, you know, terrific coaching basketball staff, I feel like I'm, you know, ready and eager, getting ready to learn, ready to play. You know, definitely maturity is a factor with these guys coming out now. But that's the advantage of having 4-year guys. You know, we're a little bit more grown up and have seen a little bit more.
Were you 100% past your ACL injury, Larry, last season, or was it something that throughout the season you got better and better?
It was something that I had to get over, more mentally than physically. You know, I was probably back physically at the beginning of the year, but, you know, it takes a little bit of time before you fall and don't immediately think like, uh-oh, you know, something's torn. But now I feel like I'm getting there, and I'm ready to just take in the next step to completely erasing it from my mind and ready.
DAngelo, playing point guard in this league means you could go against Chris Paul one night, Steph Curry the next, Russell Westbrook after that. What's your mindset as you prepare to take on all these guys?
Those guys, I've been growing up watching them for the longest, but I know the first go around playing against those guys would be a great feel. Just really trying to gain the edge the best way I can. But then the second round, I have a better feel for it. With playing against them twice, the second time, so I'm just really trying to learn as much as I can and prepare for it in practice. So when I get to it in the game, it won't be something brand new for me.
Confidence that you have in yourself as a player, but also wanting to learn. Where did those two qualities come from?
Just maturing. I mean, then playing with a guy like Kobe, watching him develop, and just watching him in interviews and just more like off the court business, that the way he carries himself, it gives you a better knowledge on how to approach things, the business-like approach you have to have towards things. So it just came in second nature towards me.
What do you think that's done for your game up until this point?
I feel like it separated me from a lot. I mean, God-given talent and the blessings that he's gave me, but my edge is, I've always been a guy that was overlooked. So I respect my work ethic and where I came from to get to this point. So my edge on my shoulder is bigger.
What did you gain, or what did it do for you to go out of state for high school, and how did that advance your career and your opportunities?
It forced me to mature at a young age. I mean, I moved out there at the age of 15. It was in a boarding situation, so I had to do my own laundry, all these other things that guys they have to do when they get to college. And I was doing it at the age of 15, so the transition from high school to college was that much easier for me.
Seniors got the question about maturity, and you being a 19-year-old, people would think maybe less mature. Where do you think you stand on that front? Do you think you have the maturity of a 23-year-old?
I mean, you could say that, but I mean, I'm still only 19, so there's a lot for me to learn and a lot for me to experience. But like I said, that transition helped me. And then only doing 1 year in college kind of gave me the blueprint. But now I'm in the real world, so it's a lot more. It's a bigger challenge for me.
For all three of you guys, you're coming into the league together. You've got Julius, who's essentially a rookie as well. What does it mean to you to be part of this potential core as the organization looks to build and move forward?
Like I said, it's a building piece. I mean, the development and the skill development that the coaches are taking upon themselves, and then the youth that we have on this team, I feel like we'll grow together. So the more chemistry we build on and off the floor will just help us grow together.
Well, I mean, when I was home, I think the day after I got picked, I got a text from one of my teammates now, Tariq, and he said, we're a young, eager group. ready to restore this franchise back to where it once was. And I think that kind of sums it up. You know, these guys are ready. And with last year going how it went, I'm just excited to play a piece in that project. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a long road. It's going to be take a lot of work. But I know all three of us are, and I know the guys in the locker room are more than ready and willing to.
Yeah, I think, you know, being a part of this core is definitely important. You know, we're all young and eager and ready to get to work, ready for the challenges, the ups and the downs. You know, like Larry said, I also got a text from Tarek. You know, that means a lot. That means that, you know, this is a family, and we're ready to compete.
DAngelo, I'm wondering if you were watching the NBA Finals, and a lot of people who are analyzing this Lakers draft were saying that this marks a transition in the league, becoming guard-dominated. Can you just talk about the challenge of facing so many great point guards in the NBA, particularly Golden State? It looks like this rivalry is developing.
They did a great job of figuring out what they could do to compete, and that was go small. But like I said, the versatility is what separates a lot of guys, and I feel like I'm versatile. So going against some of the top guards every night, you can't feel like you're quicker than somebody that you're not quicker than. You can't feel like you're stronger than somebody you're not stronger than. So I just feel like it's all about gaining that edge. What do I do better than that guard? What's my advantage? And just going with that.
When you get drafted,
Yep.
are you going to get a dog this week?
I'm gonna wait till I figure out my living situation first, and then get a dog.
For all three of you guys, joining the Lakers usually ends up with some specialized treatment around town and across the country. I know, DAngelo, you got a tweet from Lil Wayne welcoming you to LA. Have you guys had any special stuff that stands out, like a pitch me moment since joining the Lakers?
I haven't personally. Got a couple extra followers, but other than that, not too much. I don't think too many people, you know, have recognized me yet.
I've still got to regain my good graces with the Lakers fans, so you know, I'm working on that before any special treatment comes from me.
I mean, that's great. I mean, it's just a tweet. I mean, I don't know him personally. I don't think he knows me. But just to see the fan base in this Laker Nation is great. Everybody wants to be a Laker, and a lot of guys hate the Lakers. So just to know that there's a balance, and you can really grow upon yourself and make a name for yourself. Like he said, not a lot of people know who he is, so that should give him motivation. And it's all three of us. We're coming in, nobody really knows who we are. We're rookies, so that's just motivation.
DAngelo, have you seen much of Jordan Clarkson, and what do you make of his game?
Like watching him or meeting him?
Yeah, watching him.
Definitely. I mean, I watched him in college a lot, not really in the NBA, but I know he's an explosive guard, fast. He's bigger than most guards. Yeah, I looked at it more as he's a guy that I could definitely play with. He's versatile also. He could play off the ball, with the ball. So, I mean, I feel like it gives us an advantage to be young, and we could grow together. So.